Hi guys, I wanted to share a couple of things that I've been working on and kind of do it in a video format instead of my usual Instagram posts because I kind of want to start doing more on YouTube with that. Okay, so first I'm going to show you a couple of finished items. This one, I just have made like probably 10 of these. These are little cup holders that have a bamboo pattern on them. You can see there. If anybody, I mean, I haven't listed a pattern for this yet. I kind of just made it up as I was going. But if people are interested in that, I can just put that up on my blog. It's a pretty simple pattern. And I've been making that with this leftover yarn from, I think it's a Red Heart, from a sweater that I made. And then the next thing I've been working on, this pattern is almost done. I have it out to test knitters right now. And I kind of just wanted to show a little bit of it. These are these hand warmers that I made the other day. It's been an idea I had a while ago and I've just been slowly working on them. And I made these with Vanna's Choice Lion brand in the, I believe it's called something gray marble. This was, I have a no yarn left behind rule. This was leftover from yarn that somebody commissioned me to make a bunch of little things out of, and this is what was left over. So I made these hand warmers and this pattern will be available really soon. But they have this feature here and there that I'm really excited about. I love how these came out. They came out exactly how I imagined them in my head, which is always a blessing because that doesn't usually happen. Of course, I have my sock yarn blanket, which I've been posting on Instagram. And so I had this goal with the sock yarn blanket. So this is, it's got about 12, what is it, 12? Yeah, it's got 12 squares so far. So my goal was, I figured every time I made a pair of socks, I would reward myself with a square on the sock yarn blanket with the leftover yarn. That's not happening because what happens is I buy sock yarn faster than I can knit socks, and then I'm really excited about the new yarn and I end up making my square just for an excuse to use it. So like this purple and yellow square right here, that's this Lorna's laces. And I'm really excited. I got that yarn from my sister just a couple of weeks ago, and I guess it's a couple months ago. And I've been trying to finish up this pair of socks I'm working on, but I keep getting distracted by other projects. So the Lorna's laces yarn was just sitting there going, knit me, knit me. Like I really just had to see what it looked like. I wanted to see how big the stripes were. And I was just really excited about this self-striping yarn. And that's happened with a lot of these, like this green one here. That's another one that I have not yet knit. It's this yarn here. It's Ice Yarns. I just picked it up on Etsy because it was on sale and I really loved the way it looks. Look at how cool that's gonna be if it'll come into focus. Maybe if I cover my face. There we go. I'm really excited about that. So I haven't started this pair yet, obviously, but I'm really excited too. This is the Ice Super Sock. So I have 2 skeins of each of these. This one I've already rolled into a ball because the skein was attacked by a 2-year-old. But I have 2 skeins of this yarn. Again, no yarn left behind. Somebody gave them to me. I haven't decided what to do with them yet. So the question was whether or not I can put them together. And I was thinking like a sweater that starts maybe in the pink for like a little girl, a little tiny sweater, a little kid sweater. Starts in the pink, does like some Fair Isle stuff in the middle and then ends in the orange. But only if people think that I can. And it's kind of funny because like to me these almost look fine together, but it's just enough for me to question it. And my friends who are really into this idea are really into it, and my friends who are really against it are like sending me private messages going, please God, don't put those 2 yarns together, they're gonna be horrible. So I think it's really funny how divided the opinions are on this. Can't wait to see how that works out. So this is the vest I've been working on for a while now. And you can see this is what I call my safety string, this pink one. I just picked a spot and put that in so that if I mess up the cables somewhere, because I'm not the most confident cable knitter. Not that I can't do it, obviously, I'm just not super confident in it. But it's got this horseshoe cable and then this Celtic knotwork cable in the middle and then this. We'll see how it works out. This is taking me forever. I've been working on this for like a year. I can only work on it in very short periods of time because I can't work on it while I'm at work because it requires too much concentration. Whereas like if I'm sitting on the playground and the boys are playing, I can walk around underneath the playground equipment and just knit a pair of socks, easy. All my projects right now are for my wife. I don't know what's up with that. See, this is my super fancy project bag. You like this? You know what this is? It's a bag that I got a set of sheets in because I realized what are you supposed to do with these little bags? It's not like you're gonna put the sheets back in it. The sheets are on my bed, but they make great little project bags. Especially these ones. This is from Target, this bag. These sheets were from Target, and there's something about like the way that the tie is on them. I have a couple others that I use for project bags that were Velcro. It's not as good because I don't like the Velcro getting stuck to my yarn. But this is a pair of socks that I've been working on for my wife again. I don't know how she snuck into my knitting bag so much. Everything I'm doing is for her. This is these ones. This is the Kroy FX. Kroy Socks FX Patterns yarn. And this color is called Cascade colors. And I like the striping, sort of, like if you look at the bottom in the stockinette stitch, it's easier to see. There's like this cool striping fade thing going on that I really like. So when I get up past the ankle on the side, I'm gonna put turtles that are from, my brain just froze on her name. Oh my gosh, that amazing woman who wrote 1,000,000 books. Okay, so there's a woman who wrote a bunch of books on knitting and she writes charted designs. Barbara something. But anyway, there's gonna be these turtles that she created on the sides. So that's what's in that little project bag. And like I said, no yarn left behind. No yarn left behind ever. So I have this leftover yarn from the Khaleesi shirt I did. You can see that on my Instagram and probably on my Facebook. My little sister, I made it for her. I made it for her as a Christmas gift. Gave it to her at graduation because I'm that cool. But it's got a kind of a pattern around the top so that it looks like the something that Khaleesi wears, something that you saw in Game of Thrones. So I have this leftover yarn, and then I have this yarn that's left over for making a dog jacket that I just thought was cool. And these are just like acrylic, I don't even know what they are, just acrylic yarn that I have lying around that I don't have labels on. But no yarn left behind, I use it all. So I'm gonna make a hat with like the white, because I don't think this isn't enough for a hat, but I thought if I did the white and then a stripe of this stuff in the middle, it'd be really cute, and then maybe save a little of that for a pom-pom. Okay, so I wanted your opinions on this. So this is the one last ball I have. I have started and finished and like frogged like 6 projects with this yarn. It's rainbow. The only thing I made that I kept was I made a headband out of it that I wear all the time and I love. But it's just a simple I-cord. It's like 2 I-cords with some buttons on it. And I love it, but I can't decide what to do with this yarn ever. So if anybody has any suggestions, it's like this really weird, because you can see how it changes thickness throughout, which I think there's a name for, but I can't remember what it is. But it's this weird yarn that changes thickness throughout. So it can't be like, I think with a stockinette, anything stockinette stitch, I think it would look funny because the stitches would constantly be changing size. And I'm not sure it would sit quite right, whatever I made out of it. But this is all I have of it. Like it's enough for a hat maybe or a cowl, but I can't decide on a pattern I like for it. I don't know, it's a whole thing. I keep on debating it. So I have that, and then I have this other sock yarn that I don't have any idea what happened to the label of it. I have a 2-year-old that I nanny that pulls my yarn skeins apart. So they all end up in balls and then I lose the tags. But this is a really nice like hand-dyed yarn that I got at Knitwit in Portland, Maine with a gift certificate I was given. I'm really excited to make that one into socks too. Almost as excited as I am about the Lorna's laces. But I love striping yarn because it's like always changing. Even if you do the same stitch throughout with striping yarn, the color always changes. And I feel like it's less tedious to do that. So that's what's in my yarn bag today. All right, so thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.